Moving on to some news that we published today in Missouri, two athletes, Victor Mugeche and Victoria Finley, had been invited to the Arcadia Invitational run, a 3,200-meter run, a very prestigious event, and they went to their school district and said, can we run this? All we need you to do is pay for the entry fee. We'll cover everything else. And the school district politely said, we're going to deny this request and we're going to let you compete, in the state system. So these two are very capable. Would they have won? No. But what are your thoughts on this decision by the school district and not the state association to deny two capable and willing athletes to go to Arcadia?
Well, I think the one word that comes to mind, or I guess, I don't know, if you put a hyphen in it, it's one word, it's tone deaf. I mean, they don't understand just how prestigious and how big of an opportunity Arcadia is. And to put it into perspective right now, for those of you who are watching who don't know what's going on in Missouri, it snowed on Sunday. Yeah. It has been raining for 3 weeks straight and 40 degrees and windy. 60% of the meets have been canceled. They haven't even raced yet. Well, Tori's raced this year. She's already PR'd in 45 degrees and rain at 10:37. She already ran a personal best, and she won by 30 seconds. She's been doing all year. She dominated Missouri in cross country. So did Victor. Victor went to New Balance. First off, he soloed a 9:09 indoor in the 2-mile. And then he went to New Balance Nationals, held his own, ran 9:08, took 6th. I mean, that's indoors, too. I think that it would have been an amazing opportunity for him. And it's not just the competing out there. It's not just the racing. It's the, doing something showing that your hard work paid off, that you broke 9 minutes. That's not something, that's something that less than 10 guys in Missouri have ever done, ever. His brother did it at Arcadia in 2014, same school district. Last year, Austin Heineman ran 8:43.
Didn't Austin run?
Yeah, but he's from Lafayette, which is in St. Louis. So I mean, I think it's extremely tone deaf. I think if I was afforded this opportunity and I was denied it, I would be very upset.
Now, you guys are both close to the story. You wrote up the article earlier today. What was the school's reasoning behind not allowing this to happen? What was the official wording that they kind of used?
Not in the students' best interest. They don't want them to miss class, and they also want them to sort of compete with their team in state events. Right. I want to qualify this by saying that rules are good. We're not saying that you shouldn't have bylaws or regulations. Recently we wrote about Mondo Duplantis, who was also going through the same thing, and he eventually got a waiver to go to Texas Relays. Now, he's a special talent. He's probably the best pole vaulter to ever be in high school, so he deserved that opportunity. Victor and Victoria are very, very good, and they deserve to go to Arcadia. But should that just guarantee them through? Not necessarily. I think here's a hypothetical. If they come and say 2 weeks before time, say they want to go to Arcadia Invitational and say, I want to race, this race 2 weeks before, and bring that up to the school district and say, hey, I really want to race this race. I'm capable and willing. Can you let me? I think it would be reasonable for that school district to say, you didn't give us enough time. We're not going to let you go.
I think it's completely reasonable.
Would you agree with that?
I would say within 2 weeks out, I would say it's completely 100% reasonable expectations. If still all they're expecting is for the school to pay for it.
You're joking. I'm not.
No, I'm not. All jokes aside, I think that if it's still within this time frame to sign up for Arcadia and for the school to pay for their entry fee, why can they not go? If they're booking their own travel and everything, travel is the most expensive part here. And I think what would be the most burden on the school district would be paying for their travel, their food, whatever, their coach and whatever. But if they're willing to do all that themselves and all they want is the entry fee, which doesn't change for high school events, whether you're entering 4 months in advance or 2 weeks in advance, from my knowledge, most races.
Okay, Brian, I wasn't going to say that was a hypothetical, and that would have been within the school district's reason to say you didn't give us enough time. We're not going to let you. But Victoria and Victor both knew well in advance that they wanted to go, right? And they bring this to the school district. The school district doesn't realize what Arcadia will do for a guy like Victor who wants to break 9 minutes and how valuable it is to break 9 minutes in the 3,200 meters. That is a stepping stone. That's an elusive mark. You can, you're going to be in the Missouri record books for the rest of your life if you break 9 minutes. So there's far more online than just competition. They cited competition in Missouri that he's going to see plenty of it. But you go to Arcadia, 25 guys broke 9 minutes last year alone. it was almost guaranteed if you go there, you're going to get your best time. You're going to compete against the best guys in the nation. And for you not to see that, I don't think that's really like looking at it with a clean perspective.
And I wanted to comment too on missing class and not competing with your team. Number one, missing class, it's important. They're student athletes. They're
100%.
students. And it would be different, I think, if they were not outstanding students like they are. Like they are incredible students. Like they have these, you can talk to them. You can you can find their GPAs. Like, I mean, missing a Friday class. I mean, yeah, you don't want to miss class. We're not advocating for missing class here on the show. But, I mean, that's for an amazing opportunity like this, I think that teachers would probably make exceptions. I've seen that happen before, especially when you're going to be missing class potentially for the state meet, maybe not as seniors, regardless. And then two, these two are huge leaders on their teams. They're huge inspiration for their teammates. A lot of their teammates have actually been commenting on social media saying, this is crap, I can't believe this. This is unbelievable. Doesn't seem like their teammates would be too upset if they went out and did this.
Yeah. I mean, they're for that. They're for getting PRs.
Yeah.
The important ingredient here too, as well, is Missouri State Association, like you said earlier, doesn't have any rules against this. Hyman went last year. Stephen went in 2014.
And Lafayette sent plenty of other boys out there too.
Missouri, Casey Lightfoot went to Texas Relays. He's from Missouri. They're neighboring school district, Lee Summit. So Missouri State Association has nothing against sending kids to out-of-state competition if they're willing and able to pay. But the school district is setting a hard stance on this, and I don't necessarily know if that's the right decision.
And Lee Summit West girls, who Jesse Griffin was the national coach of the year last year on the women's side, coaches for Lee Summit West. The Lee Summit West girls are heading out to Arcadia.
Yeah.
So the Lee Summit School District, again, is allowing them to,